Good morning or afternoon, whenever you've had the opportunity to participate and see this webinar. Welcome to our Evesham Shares webinar series number 6, What Every Business Owner in Evesham Township Should Know. My name is Stacy Webb. I am the Deputy Director of Community Development, and it is my pleasure to bring this 6th webinar to you to see what we're doing and what we're trying to share with our business owners, our businesses in Evesham. I want to go over our agenda for the day just to ensure everyone knows what to expect. In my welcome, I'm going to let you know that this is recorded and a recorded version will be shared on our Evesham Township website. And we also have the ability to send this out to you. It will be shared on the website along with this presentation that will provide some information for you as we go forward. I'm going to talk about the purpose and the mission statement of our webinar, and then I will introduce our speaker. I will come back just to talk about some next steps. So let's get started. The mission of our webinar series is because Evesham Township and the Office of Community Development, our mayor, our Economic Advisory Council are focused on information to share with our businesses on a consistent basis. We want to make sure that you have as much information as possible that is helpful. Evesham Township Shares is a program that will provide this information ongoing. So monthly webinars or information sessions will be shared with speakers that provide updated programs and information for financial and non-financial assistance and guidance during these unprecedented times, again, and in the future. In addition to the speakers, information will be continually shared through our Evesham Township website and social media posts. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for the day, Devin DiNofa. Devin and I work very closely as Devin is currently the chairman of our Evesham Economic Advisory Council. By way of introduction, Devin is the co-founder and partner of TCS South Jersey, one of the area's top producing platinum real estate teams, serving South Jersey and Philadelphia markets. His impact in the community has led to award recognition. Married to his wife and partner, Brittany, with 2 beautiful children, Roman and Paige, you will find them not only helping 100 families a year achieve their real estate goals, but also raising money for nonprofits, hosting Christmas and Thanksgiving events, feeding and giving presents to over 300 children. It's not about being recognized, as Devin would say, as one of the top real estate teams in South Jersey. It's also about serving and creating the most positive impact for our local communities. I am so happy at this point to now introduce Devin DiNofa to share information with you today.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for having me. Let me click on here and give you guys a quick screen share. All right, boom. Let me know if you're good. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right. So one, thank you for that introduction. But the one thing that I wanted to share with people that are watching is most people in this area know me for real estate, right? TCS, we switched from South Jersey to New Jersey because we do all of New Jersey. But for the most part, we'll probably help a couple hundred families this year buy, sell, invest in real estate. But I'm not coming on this speaking as a real estate company owner. I'm coming and speaking as a high performance coach who's also built successful companies. With that being said, as we start this, I want to share, just so you guys know, that what I'm going to teach you guys about works and is certified through some of the highest coaches recognized from Forbes in the country. So a little bit about me. This is a page. I have I'm a performance coach. I have a coaching performance community called The Harvest, where we coach on personal development and business development, and we put people in a community setting. Now we have business owners, not only locally, but all across the country, that are part of this community that we're helping with their personal performance and the performance of growing their business and their brand. And that word brand is very important for every single person that takes the time to invest in themselves and watch this video, because most people don't take the time to invest in themselves, which is why they're stuck, right? So a little bit about me. I also am partner at Keller Williams TCS New Jersey. Through this methodology and this very simple blueprint I'm going to coach on, through executing this, it allowed me to be recognized as, Burlington County Chamber Leadership Class, South Jersey Magazine Man of the Year, 40 Under 40 Awards. I'm a certified high performance business coach through Brennan Bouchard, who Forbes named the top high performance coach in the world. I also am a certified business coach through my business coach, David Meltzer, who Forbes named one of the top business coaches in the world. So I do have a lot of credentials. I am proven by very high recognition. So I only share this. I can care less about tooting my own horn, but I share this so you guys actually pay attention and just don't think that some random realtor's coming up here and trying to tell you how to grow a business, even though you can probably still learn something from most realtors to grow your business. Find the gold in what I'm about to show you, because it's worked. It's worked for hundreds of people locally. It's worked for people across the country. And it's very simple, and it doesn't cost a lot of marketing dollars. So I want to make sure that everybody understands this, so you come into this with a positive mindset and you don't have that negative belief in the back of your head. Oh, does this work? How do I know if this works? This is what most humans go through when they think about doing something extra or think about doing something different. That voice in the back of their head talks negative to them, so they don't execute the things that will grow you personally and that will grow your business. Right? So, and I made it a very simple blueprint. And at the bottom, I keep it very easy. You guys can connect with me on Facebook, Devin DiNofa, LinkedIn, Devin DiNofa, Instagram, Devin_DiNofa, and you can follow my coaching company, Harvest Personal and Business Performance Coaching, or it's actually Harvest Performance Coaching. That's how you can reach me, guys. I'm always available, and I'm always seen, especially, I'm local in Marlton, and you can see us post a lot of stuff, whether it's the Economic Advisory Board or real estate stuff in the local township groups too. So let's get started, right? So this is a tool. This is one of the things that I coach on with my clients and with my business owners. I created a very simple tool called the Combine Method. Now this relates to the harvest. I don't want to go in too much detail why I call it the Combine Method, but let's just go to the nuts and bolts of everything. The bottom line is most business owners aren't where they want to be because they don't start off every single week with a plan, right? They just hope that everything goes well. And they're like, hey, as long as they're staying busy, right? As long as they feel like they're busy, they think they're making progress. And that's what I'm trying to help people with, is you can get to where you want to be if you actually plan it. And then on top of that, you actually got to be disciplined to execute what you're going to say. So this works only if you execute it, right? So you can sit on this webinar and you can listen to everything that I'm telling you, but if you do not execute this, even find one thing that you want to start implementing, just one, and build off of that. And by the way, if you want this Combine Method emailed to you, this is a tool to grow your personal performance and to grow your business and your brand. This relates to this is not corporate training. Corporate training is not as powerful as this, right? This is for the modern day business owner, the modern day salesperson, right? And if you want this tool, feel free to reach out to Stacy. I'd be happy to email it to you also. But what this is a tool that you print out either Sunday nights or Monday mornings, and you fill out, and you are planning out the most dominant week you can have to grow your business and to grow you personally, right? So I have right here, it says, do you want to have a successful week? Let's plan it, right? So I have commitments. The idea behind this is you're going to get 9 commitments, and you look at this, and I even give you examples of what I mean by making a commitment to this, right? And what you do is you fill in some goals that you want to attack for this week. And then that's the first part, which most people don't even do that. The next part is the execution. But I will promise you that if you start even putting 1 or 2 things in each of these commitments to grow your business and to grow you personally, there's no way you will not grow if you execute this stuff and see immediate instant gratification, because you will feel better. And there won't be any unknown about your business because you're playing offense. You're not crossing your fingers, hoping people call you and hoping somebody walks in the door. and then blaming the economy that your business isn't thriving, right? Because there are businesses everywhere right now that are thriving because they're not accepting the fact that, hey, this has happened. There's always going to be a million excuses why your business can't thrive. But the bottom line is there's always people out there right now doing whatever it takes to have their business thrive. And this is the stuff that I want to share with you guys so that your business can thrive no matter what happens. All right. So first and foremost, the very first commitment that I want you guys to focus on when you look at this tool, and again, this is not your corporate training, personal development. This is the most important part about this whole coaching right here. In my Harvest Performance Coaching, I always tell people, literally, my coaching is 70% personal development, 30% business tactics to grow your business. Why? Because if I can rewire you mentally, if I can get you healthier, if I can get you thinking more positive, if I can get you more clarity, if I can get your time management better, then you're going to actually execute the stuff that we're talking about at a high level and be happy doing it. My coaching is all about making you successful in your personal life, at your house, at home, to your family, to your kids, to your doctors, right? That's that. And then on top of that, grow your business at the same time, which not many trainings even focus on. They always focus on the scripts and dialogues, do this, do that, but they don't work on the actual human themselves. And that's the big problem that I'm trying to help people. And at the end of the day, what I found throughout my journey, if you're a business owner watching this, and I'm a very big networker, right? If I go to a networking event, there's 300 business professionals there. I guarantee you less than 10% of them hire a coach, hire a business coach that will help them perform at a higher level, that will help them do more business, that will help them become more healthier, that will help them mentally be a lot mentally sharp. Because listen, if you're a business owner, it is stressful. There is a lot that goes on. And you can't go into battle, one, with no armor in your mindset and your health, but two, you can't go into battle and be successful without somebody to strategize weekly. I mean, you can try and do it, but for the most part, you'll get a lot further if you invest in coaching or if you invest in your personal development, right? So I always give this scenario, the monks, right? The first half of their day is self-care, right? They prepare their mind, they prepare their body. And then the second half of their day is service. Now, what do I mean by making a commitment to your personal development, right? And I have a line here that says it all starts with mindset. So many people go into their business, they don't have no morning routine, they have no energy, they're thinking negative, they probably watch the news, which is also a brutal way to start your day because you're only going to see negativity on that. And then they wonder why their leadership's negative, their business is negative, they're not growing, they're not inspirational, they're not building influence, they're not attracting people to their business. So personal development is very, very, very important. And this is the examples that I make. So if it's Monday, all right, what are my goals to invest in myself? To make sure that me, the actual person that's making this all happen, the vehicle that's driving all this is performing at a high level. So everything else gets blown out the water, which it does happen. Most business owners, their bottlenecks most times is mentally, physically, spiritually. When they figure that out, then everything else starts taking off like a rocket ship, right? So these are examples. How do you start your day? Ask yourself this. I always suggest people having some type of exercise first morning of the day. I'm friends with a lot of business coaches who coach billionaires. And the one thing that they always say that run multiple companies, the very first thing that I do that I find that most of them have trouble doing, and it's the biggest breakthrough to them, is having an exercise routine in the morning, working on their health. Because then they're off to the races, right? And what happens is people, when they think about health, they automatically think about losing weight, right? And they want instant gratification. So if they don't lose weight, when they start exercising that one day, then they're like, oh, this doesn't work. The bottom line is, if you have I always like to say active activity, even if it's just a walk early in the morning, every single morning, a walk before you go to work, this will change the game for you mentally, in your health, and in your business. That's a fact. So what are you doing this week to work on your health, your mindset, your fitness? This is a big thing that will help your business thrive. Audiobooks, books. What are you reading to invest in yourself? Are you reading any leadership books? Are you reading any books on how to grow your business? Whatever it is, you should be educating yourself instead of being on Netflix all night and then blaming everybody else why your business is not successful. You need to be investing in yourself. Audiobooks. If you drive to work, you should be listening to audiobooks. One, to get your mindset right heading into battle, and that's the battle of a successful life, successful human being, a successful business for your family, for your communities. YouTube is another very good strategy that I always like to give people when I work out in the gym. A lot of times I like listening to YouTube videos, personal development, mindset ones. What you fill in your head, the content that you allow in your head, a lot of times will determine how the rest of your day goes and how you react to customers in your establishment, how you react to the employees in your establishment, how you react to doing lead generation activities to grow your business, which most people do not do, right? So this sets the tone for your day. And most people have no morning routine at all, right? And it's hard. It's something that you got to work on, but you got to trick your mind into realize the importance of it. Also, are you scheduling a personal development commitment each week? Are you scheduling time with your family? Are you scheduling friend time, right? Good friend time, friends that influence you, friends that talk positive, friends that make you feel good, right? Not just any friends, right? But are you scheduling family time? When I work with a lot of business owners, like I say, we're whole life coaching. I don't care how successful your business is if your family life is going down the drain and your health is going down the drain, right? And a lot of times I work with people on their relationships, and that's the bottleneck to having a more successful business. So that's important, scheduling that. Also, giving back, community service. And I don't mean just swiping a check to make a donation, which is great. What I mean is showing up and actually volunteering so you feel the power of actually seeing a human being and helping them face to face. That gives you perspective. That makes you feel good. That triggers endorphins for you that will make you perform at a higher level throughout the day, right? That's a dose of gratitude that will get you through sometimes that you may not be able to get through just not having any plan at all and just winging your day. Another thing is your person, I always say religion. I have a very big faith in God, which it's allowed me to get to where I'm at right now through the blessing of him. But for the most part, the bottom line is my faith in God allows me to get through things that my business coaches can't help me with, that my friends, my relationships, I love my wife to death, but there are some things that she can't get me through. There are some things that your boss can't get you through. Right? There are some times that nobody's going to be able to get you through unless you just look up and have faith in God or whoever that higher power is, whether it's the universe, whatever that is. But scheduling time for prayer, for church. It's crazy. When COVID happened, they were shutting down all the churches. But the unbelievable thing to me was, man, if they allowed people to go in them churches, right? If they allowed that, that's personal development. These business owners, they probably would have found the medicine that they needed to get through these tough times there, right? And I don't want to get too much into that because I know, who knows who's watching, but whatever, but that's what I believe in. For the most part, that's important for your personal development. Whatever that is, whatever you believe in, there's something higher than on this earth that you need to believe in that will get you through sometimes that here in the flesh won't be able to help you with. Set more goals, right? If you're crushing your goals, make it intentional. Look at your calendar. Look at this planner. What do I want to do? How many new customers do I want to get this week? Right. And then another big tool and my hobby is studying the highest performers in the world, which is why I took on the profession. I've been awarded as a high performance coach. What I found through some of the highest performers in the world, they all practice meditation. That's great for your mind. It centers you. It gets you through stressful times. It gives you time to visualize where you want to take your business, where you want to take your family, the type of person you really want to be. Most people don't take time for themselves at all, right? And that's a very common thing. So these are different examples of what I mean to make a commitment to your personal development, to plan out a successful week. It all starts with this, right? That's it. It all starts with this. So I can't stress enough. That is the most important thing. Next, let's get into some money-making, business-growing activities that do not cost a lot of money. How much you make depends on your database. The next commitment is your sphere of influence, your CRM, your email list, right? I have a note right there. How much you make depends on your database. If you have a business right now and you don't have an email list to send out a special email or an email of value, a fun email for you to be top of mind for free at the click of a button, you're losing. You're missing opportunities, right? The business owner who has no email list versus 3 stores away, the business owner who emails the 10,000 people weekly, who do you think is going to drive business for free? That person who has 10,000 people on their email list. This is very simple, and most businesses do not have it. Now, the other thing is that doesn't mean send one email every other month, right? Which, hey, if you're not doing that, that's a start. At a bare minimum, monthly. But hey, if you're a business and you're running specials and all that stuff, send your specials out once a week. You never know. And by the way, it's how you send the emails out. I don't have time to go into the marketing aspect of it, but remember, everything's marketing, right? So when you send that email, is this email going to get somebody to respond and buy something to my store and buy something to my establishment, right? So there is the ask email, the kind of call to action email. And then there's just some emails that if you're a business owner, maybe you just want to share something personal that happened in your life, that you want to share with your community who supports you. I can't tell you how many personal emails I sent out for my real estate company. A personal email that had nothing to do about, hey, do you want to buy or sell your house? And somebody responded and said, hey, I know somebody needs to buy a house. Because it's all about the human-to-human interaction, guys. You know, you got to understand that there's a human on the other side of email. There's a human on the other side of that phone. If you can connect with them and trigger some emotion, you'll win. But your email list is very important. It's a free tool. You can get free email subscriptions. And, you know, all you got to do is send one email a month, but you got to be intentional with growing your email database. Right now, I can't get into too much detail about how to grow your email database, but these are strategies to leverage and grow. And by the way, your sphere, right? I almost forgot to get into the sphere. Your sphere are people who all like, know, and trust you, your family, your friends. But this is the other thing that I always tell people. Because when I talk to business owners, oh, I don't do social media. So, nah, you know, I've been in business for 25 years. I've never needed social media, right? I hear that all the time. And what you're doing is you're missing tons of free opportunity and free business, right? So your sphere is everybody who's on your personal Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, whatever that stuff is. And by the way, obviously, if you have a business page, that's a start. But most people, they pat themselves on the back. Oh, I got a business page, right? That one they barely ever use. They got about 10 people on it, or even 500. Right. And then that's ultimately where every now and then they'll post and they think that that's going to help them. Listen, people do business with people who they like, know, and trust. Right. So if you're in Marlton and all of the Marlton community is connected with you on your personal Facebook, your personal, and they also see, hey, this person's a family woman. This person's a family man. Well, I really connect with that person. He seems like a good person, or she seems like a great woman, right? They will want to use your establishment. And that's where most people go wrong. They just want to jam their specials down people's throats. But you know who smokes everybody is the business owner who gets the community to know who they are too. And that's where most people fall short, right? So I want to share with you guys, your sphere is also all these free social media networks that you could be following tons of business to, creating tons of relationships on. But a lot of people don't want to get out of their comfort zone and evolve. And then they get smoked by the competition. But that's where that personal development comes in at. And by the way, it's free, right? So how to make a commitment to your sphere, to your database, to your email list. One, mail outs to your past clients. The people maybe if you're a restaurant, you have regulars. Do you have their mailer list? Are you mailing out to them once a month? Maybe specials, maybe thank you cards, whatever that is. Right? So any past client, any shopper who shops it, listen, I went and spent a lot of money to be a part of a mastermind with 100 business owners. I was in St. Louis. And the one thing that made this company that's going to be valued for billions of dollars, it's a supplement company. Whenever anybody orders a supplement from them, they get a handwritten thank you card and they hire someone to do that. And that's the difference that makes people use them versus all the other competition. A simple handwritten thank you card. I should get off the Zoom right now, and you guys should be doing that, and that will impact your business if you stay consistent for the next 4 months. A handwritten thank you card, guys. It's all about connecting with people, right? So when you have people come in, right, there's a lot of business owners where people go into their establishment, and I never even meet the business owner. They're not even out shaking hands, getting to know their people in there so that they want to keep coming back. Right? My father-in-law is a great example. Every time he goes to a place, immediately he'll always talk about, you know what, I met the owner because he's a very talkative guy too. And that's what pulls him to keep going back. He goes, all right, the great guy, he was asking me about this, asking me about that. right? And I'll give you one example. Dad's Deli in town. You go to there, Doug Holt, talk your ear off, right? But it makes people he wants to know your name. Like, people forget the basics that grow your business to get people coming back. Take care of your clients that are in there. Go above and beyond. It's the small little details, the thank you cards, the hi, the shaking hands when people come into your establishment. People take for granted the people that come in and out of there, and they don't literally try and even automate ways to open up a red carpet for somebody to come into your establishment. Connect with your people on social media, right? Obviously, if you have shoppers, get them to follow your business page. But also, hey, if you got people coming in there, connect them on your social media, because if you brand, which I'm going to go into, if you brand yourself the right way and get people to like, know, and trust you through your social media accounts, they will shop with you, right? So you need to stop. If you're a business owner and you're in sales and you have this limiting belief with social media that, oh, that's just for people crying about this, crying about that. Well, you need to change your mindset, because you always can unfollow those people, and you can have the most inspirational profit center social medias that you could ever dream of. You could do a ton of business through there, just sharing who you are, sharing your family, sharing your business, also telling the story about your business. The Economic Advisory Board, you know how many times we're reaching out to these business owners to just share a little bit about them so we can post it on Evesham? And it's like pulling teeth. That should not be the issue. That shows you that each business owner needs coaching. If somebody asks them, hey, can you share with me your story about your business so we can share it on Evesham Township page, and that isn't over to them that day immediately, then you're missing opportunities, and you need to change your mindset, and you need to evolve. That's the bottom line. Connect on social media with new friends, relationships, businesses, people who refer people in, right? Hey, maybe send them a thank you card, right? Depending on what you say. Hey, who referred you in, right? Maybe give them a special discount, and I guarantee they will flood you with more referrals. Be intentional with adding more people to your email list and your database through raffles, through giveaways, through social media, right? And I just give different examples of CRMs at the bottom. There's Constant Contact, Emma Lines Desk. I'm sure you can find other ones. And with your emails, do promotional ones, do raffles, make it fun, do contests. Guys, have fun with it. Business does not have to be boring. All right, let's go to social media. This is a commitment that you could be making. If you don't promote, you won't get paid, right? If people aren't seeing you, you're not increasing your at-bats for people to come into your business. What's a free way to get people to see you and know about your business, to want to shop at your business? Social media, right? So these are different examples: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, the list goes on. Keep it simple. Maybe start on Facebook. I specifically use LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. That's it. And I can't tell you how much business and how much relationships, and by the way, how many new companies I'm a part of. That all came because of how I leverage and use social media. Post every day so you are top of mind. Now, that doesn't mean just jam your business down people's throats, right? Share your life, right? That doesn't also mean, if you're fighting with your significant other, share that. Don't let your negative self-talk come and be like, I don't want people. Listen, people want to do business, people that they like, know, trust. I guarantee you, if you inspire people, if you help people, if you connect to people at the heart, your business will smoke every other business in town. I'll give you examples. Post all work activities, successes. I do real estate coaching too. Closings, actions, spotlight customers that come in there. Put it in the Marlton page. Like, this is stuff while making it fun. Call to action posts, do raffles, right? These are all ways to do it. Connect with all new relationships on social media accounts. When you go to networking events, when you're meeting other local business owners in Marlton or surrounding areas, you're trying to develop referral power partners. You should be connected with them on social media so they see you every single day. Because I'll tell you what, they're not going to see you on your old school Rolodex. Right? They're not going to be able to see you every day, scrolling through your Rolodex. You're not increasing the chances of them referring you business. I always give, hey, I'm not trying to tell you guys to start investing thousands. That's not what my coaching's about. But if you're crushing sales and you want to invest into more lead generation, hey, hire digital marketing ad agencies and I have access to them if you need them. But for the most part, people can run ads, Facebook ads, to generate traffic to you. And I don't mean somebody that just knows how to boost a post. I mean people that do this, eat, sleep, and breathe this, and actually deliver results. So you're not burning thousands of dollars, right? But, you know, hey, when you start having some budget to invest back into your business, outside of executing these free tools that I'm giving you now, hopefully that gets you some business, you know, then you can start doing that. Brand yourself. Most people do not understand, each and every single one of you watching this or in the future watching this, you are a brand. Whether you believe it or not, that's your fault, right? So if you're a negative person, and if you're not smiling and you're not impacting anybody and you're not sharing what you do and how you can help them, you know, what do you think your brand's going to be? Like, everybody's, think about it. Whenever you meet someone, there's, you know, most times there's like, you know, you kind of think about, you know, in your mind, like what you think about them. Like if it's a negative person, oh, here comes Bobby. I know he's probably going to give me some negative talk. Like that's his brand now, right? So if you're a business owner, start building and visualizing and believing. Now the work comes before the belief, but you are a brand, and start acting like it and start promoting like it and start marketing like it, because your brand will grow your business. That's the bottom line. And your brand is how you interact with clients walking through your door, by the way. Your brand is what your clients, if you're even noticeable on social media, now they don't only go see your establishment, right? And then you treat them well, you shake their hand, you smile, you say thank you, but also they're connecting with you on social media. So now they see you out with barbecues with your family, or they see you at a Phillies game. Now you're connecting with them emotionally. And maybe that day they're at a barbecue and they're like, you know what? That person just gave me a great experience. I see he seems like, or she seems like a nice family person. Got to go there, right? Brand yourself. And lastly, virtual rapport, right? Through the way you brand yourself, you can get people to like, know, and trust you virtually via social media if you execute it and you brand yourself the right way. To keep it very simple, I typically post 3 times a day. Early in the morning, if you follow me, I'll post. I'm a performance coach. I'm also a business owner. I like to help people. I like to inspire people. I'm spiritual. I'm a very positive thinker. I like to project positivity and inspire. So I'll post a good message early in the morning that positively affected me, that will help others. The other 2 posts are something about my businesses that I own, whether it's my performance coaching or my real estate company. And then my other post is something to do with, maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's sports, maybe it's my family, whatever that is, but it's just like in the life of me. You know, maybe it's where I'm at to eat. Maybe it's shouting out a local business because their food was delicious, right? Imagine if you're a Marlton business owner and you sell clothes and you shout out another Marlton business restaurant. You don't think that restaurant owner, if they find out about that, will want to support you? This is very basic stuff, guys, right? But most people just think about them. They don't think about adding value to others and what that does. So, virtual rapport. Now, next is open houses. Now, most people's mind goes to real estate, right? A real estate open house. No, that's one example. But for the most part, if you're a business owner, I'll give you let's just say I'm a hardware shop, right? I'm going to make the simplest example. I'm a hardware shop. And I'm like, you know what? This is what I want to do. I want to get to know all the local businesses in Marlton. So what I'm going to do is, in my parking lot, I'm going to have a food truck come. I'm going to have it catered, right? Maybe I have a bartender come and they can mix drinks in the back. Now, obviously, follow all the legal stuff, go through the township, make sure it's cool. But for the most part, I'm going to have an open house in my business and invite all the local Marlton business owners, or all of Marlton, to come tour my store, so you know that I'm here, but also enjoy some food from a food truck, meet all the other local business owners. Throw parties, guys. It doesn't have to be boring. Become the authority, become the influence. That's how you do it. Have an open house in your building, right? And don't think who's going to want to listen. Business owners, come. I'm having an open house in my storefront, in my building. Listen, obviously, I want you to tour through my store or whatever it is. Maybe it's not your store you're not really like super excited about. But listen, I'm just trying to get you guys to locally network with other business owners. By the way, we're going to have good Marlton restaurants cater this. We'll have some drinks, all that stuff. We'll have a good time. You'll meet other local business owners, and at the same time, you'll learn more about my business. Right now, what does that give you the opportunity to do? Gives the opportunity to call all the other local businesses, which most people don't want to do, right? People are afraid to make a call, right? Promote on social media, right? Which then brings eyes to your business. It allows you to take flyers to local businesses to talk about your business and invite them, right? If you're inviting someone to a party that you're hosting, are you afraid to do that? No, you're not just going in making some random, door knock, right? Hey, and maybe have one every month. So the whole town is looking forward to your open house that you have at your business. And now everybody knows who you are. And then it gives you the opportunity to call your referral partners, people that you do business with, people that send you business. Gives you the opportunity to call them, invite them. Create awareness. I have that listed there. All right. Networking events. Now, guys, listen, obviously the first time you hear this, it's overwhelming, but for the most part, most of these trainings, these trading books, 100-page books, in the grand scheme of things, it's 2 pages. And then I give you a time management calendar schedule attached to it. So it's not that hard, but I'm spending time going through this with you. Networking is huge. Networking, that means creating relationships and friendships with local business owners, people, anybody. It doesn't matter because everybody can refer you business, right? Business is a contact sport. You got to get out and meet people. Your network builds your net worth, right? Your sales. I never say your network is your net worth because you can know a lot of people that could help your business, but if you don't leverage them and you don't add value to them and they don't send you business, well, guess what? You have no net worth. You have no sales, right? Your network builds your net worth, right? If you plug into it, if you try and go out and meet local business owners, there's BNIs in Marlton, there's business associations. If you have a clothing store, right? Imagine if you can go at a breakfast in Marlton and you have 25 other business people around you having breakfast, right? And let's just say you own a women's boutique. And guess what? They're all married. Hey, honey, guess what? I just met somebody who owns a local boutique in Marlton. Seemed like a really nice lady. She hustles. She's out trying to meet other people, trying to get her name out there. Go over there. Get yourself something nice. I just let my wife go. I didn't let my wife. She actually did. But for the most part, I suggested my wife to go buy one of local Marlton establishments too. But hey, it's because I did a local business meet the business owner video with her. And guess what? It led to me supporting her, right? And by the way, I reached out to a lot of Marlton business owners who I was giving free opportunity to promote their business. And there were some that didn't get back to me, right? That's an opportunity. I don't want to talk bad about them, but for the most part, that's an opportunity that they're missing. And they just don't understand the power behind it, right? So networking, go to BNIs. You can host networking events. There's applications. You can go Meetup app or whatever that is. Participate in local events, charity events. Attend or host small groups. Maybe you want to start your own Marlton small group or whatever, local business owner small group. Excuse me. And once a month, you guys are all meeting. And by the way, you guys pass business to each other. You don't know. You can't be short-sighted. Most business owners are short-sighted, right? You want to, let's just think of a restaurant, right? You know what? I don't want to give away samples because that's going to cost me $100, right? Or how about those samples lead into another 100 companies, another 100 customers? Or how about somebody you give a free sample to owns a company and now they ask you to cater their place, right? Do not be short-sighted. A lot of this stuff, guys, you're not going to do it and see results the next day. That's not how business works, right? This is long-term, but you got to have aggressive patience. Cold calling, making sales calls, right? Dialing for dollars. Hey, you know what? We can go into that. Most people know what this is. Most people don't want to do it, but you can make as much money as you want, do as much sales if you want, if you're not afraid to pick up the phone and actually call people, whether it's calling past leads, whether it's calling past clients, check in. Hey, how are you? Just wanted to let you know we have some sales, whether it's calling local business owners in the area to invite them to an open house that you're having, or to say, hey, you want to get together to breakfast to strategize how I can help your business, not solicit them about your business. Right? So these are ways, to do that. Farming areas, depending on what your business is. Hey, Marlton, I mail out a lot to Marlton for my real estate business, right? So if you're a business, are you mailing out to developments locally? Just to let them know that you're in business, to let them know that you have a store in town, right? And by the way, you can't just mail out once and if something doesn't happen, then that's it. No, they got to see you probably at least 7 times. And hopefully you're active on social media, so now you can hit them there too. And that speeds up the process for them to want to support your business. Vertical meetings, right? These are one-on-ones, the coffee talks. Networking is a big group of people. Vertical meetings are your one-on-ones, your coffee talks. You're getting together with 3-4 other people. You're monetizing the relationships, right? So on Monday, you'd be like, you know what? I want to have at least 5 sit-downs, 5 coffees with local business owners, salespeople, whoever it is that I feel could be a good referral partner, right? I said it earlier, business is a contact sport. You can do that with past clients, regulars in your establishment. That's where most people fail, right? In the real estate world, right? I always try and study like what people do wrong. I talk to people, realtors have been in business for 25 years. I said, what's the one thing that you would say is the biggest mistake that you've made? And a lot of times people say, I never stayed in touch with my past clients, right? People will spend thousands on cold marketing that probably, won't deliver too much. But if you took that same investment and invested in your customers, your past clients, your regulars, wait till you see how much more they'll buy from you, but 2, how many more people they'll refer to you. 2, you'll find that they'll share it on their social medias too. It's all about over delivering for your people and staying in touch with them and mailing out to them. But I meant vertical meetings by, hey, why don't you ask them out to coffee? If it's a regular, hey, listen, or have a vertical meeting if you're a restaurant, if you're a coffee shop, whatever, in your own establishment. Be like, hey, I want to buy you breakfast for being a great loyal customer. You kidding me? You know how far that would go? But most people don't want to risk the $15 or the $7 in food costs because they're thinking too short term. And then lastly, business drop-offs, right? If you're a business owner, it's your job every single day, every single week to get your business in front of as many people as possible. Well, this is a very easy way. If I was a Philly pretzel factory, this is a very easy example. Or whatever, let's say a hoagie shop, whatever, in Marlton. Every Friday, I would go and give free samples, right? And I'd find a cost-effective way. I'm not saying give them all your most expensive sandwich, but if it costs me $150 a week in food costs, or 200 or 300, right, in food costs, and I go and gave samples out to 10 businesses in Marlton, strategic ones, whether it's once a month or once a week, that's called a business drop. You go, you say, hey, listen, I just want to give you guys samples. I'm not soliciting. Listen, this is our menus, obviously, but I want to give you something free. People will be head over heels for that. People, are you kidding me? Like the local bit, they'll come in and leave like a small tray of like samples. Like they will always want to go to you and they will always want to refer you. That's what is called a business drop off. So if you're a business owner, find ways to go monthly, weekly to the businesses that you want to collaborate with or whatever it is, right? And go in there and maybe bring some pretzels, maybe bring some donuts, spend $20 can go a long way. If you know how to bake cookies, bake a ton of cookies for $20. I don't want you guys spending thousands of dollars to do this stuff. Find creative ways to be visible in a positive way. These are different examples. If you're a business owner, police departments, fire departments, offices, warehouses, friends' jobs, target market businesses. So the whole idea behind this is for you to print this out every Monday or every Monday morning or Sunday to plan out the most dominant week, right? And what this will help you do is build a profitable business, right? A profitable business, not just do sales. And I'll give you an example. In the real estate world, right? There could be a company that does $50 million in sales, but their marketing budget's 15 grand a month to do the sales. There's really no profit. On the other hand, there's people doing $50 million in sales that make, because they don't spend, they do stuff like this. They don't need to spend $15,000 a month in marketing and they make way more, right? I don't want you guys to just bring in sales. I want you guys to bring in profit. And this is how it's done. This is the last thing. So you know what to do right now. I give you the tool to plan out your day for time management so you guys can actually execute this. Listen, if you're not disciplined with your time, all your pillars of life, your family time, your health, your business, all that stuff, everything else will suffer. You may do good on one, but everything else will suffer, right? So I won't go too much into this, but your time management, time blocking, lead generation, family, exercise, that needs to be disciplined. And your Power 5 is your money making activities that you're doing that day that are going to push the needle for your business. And your to-do lists are just the things that need to be done. Maybe you push them off to your assistant, or maybe you put them on the back end of your day because they're not real money-making, lead generation, business growing activities. And then give yourself weekly targets. Give your salespeople weekly targets. That's the accountability there, right? So listen, I have a coaching community where we deep dive in on this with hundreds of local business owners, and we all do this together. So that's where you really execute this at a high level. But for the most part, this is the tool that you can grow your business. You can grow yourself personally only if you execute this. And it's proven, it's been certified by some of the top business coaches in the country. And, you know, it's at your disposal. So that's it, Stacy.
Devin, thank you so much. That was amazing. I learned so much personally. I'm over here taking notes, and I don't have a business, but I know how to help others that do, and what to advise them and what to help them with when they're starting or having issues. So thank you. You want to stop sharing?
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have some participants that are on. I'm going to ask them or offer right now that they can ask any question that they might have and put it in the chat. They don't have to, because I'm going to give share our contact information. But you've answered every single question that I've had. How long have you been a coach now, Devin?
So I've been in real estate coaching for years, and then I started doing one-on-one coaching with through my business coach for, I don't know, maybe 3 years. And then recently I launched my Harvest Performance coaching community to bring business coaching to people at an affordable rate. Because the bottom line is, people, the average person thinks that when they get out of high school and college, that they don't need coaching anymore. Right. And that's why there's a lot of business owners struggling with anxiety, struggling with health, struggling in business, struggling in their relationships. Right. And it's because they don't even know that, wow, I can hire a coach. I can invest in a coach that can help me dominate all this stuff.
Right.
But then will make me more money anyway and make me a better person. And I opened up the coaching communities in January. We're literally close to 100 members right now. And we got people all across the country, and that just started. And this is my passion. You know, I get to do this through coaching the realtors in my organization, and obviously helping my clients and coach them to make the best investment and stuff like that. But my true passion is helping people with high performance.
And it shows, Devin, it definitely shows. And I want to thank you for your time. I didn't see any questions in the chat right now, so I'm just going to share some contact information for you. Hold on 1 second, that's not working. Do you see my screen with next steps?
I
see.
see.
Perfect. All right, wonderful. So next steps, I am sorry about that. I want to share my contact information because, as I mentioned earlier, I'm in touch with Devin constantly. But I've also shared his contact information. He definitely provided how to grow your business with minimal marketing dollars. So there may be some questions you may want to ask him about hiring a coach directly, or you may just have some questions about some of the things that he went over today. So either way, I've shared his direct line, his email address. As you can hear, he's very busy. So please feel free to contact me or him after this webinar. Again, this will be posted, and I highly suggest that anyone that is listening that thinks it would be beneficial for anyone else to see this, that you would share it with others. As Devin mentioned, sharing is caring, and it just makes a difference and could make a difference for someone else.
one thing that I found, especially with my coaching communities, you just don't know who needs this information and who you can help. It could have been me talking about that personal development aspect of it, and that could save somebody's life. That could change somebody's life in business because they never thought about that. Right? So please, if you got value from this, just please share it, because you don't know who you could be helping in your network, and social media is a very powerful thing.
Exactly. Then, Devin, you mentioned that you would share that guide with us, or you would you can share that with me, and I will post that after we talk and confirm. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Please look for our next webinar. Again, these were focused on how to help you, how to assist you with either a financial or a non-financial, in this case, way to benefit your business. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful afternoon
Thank
or
you.
morning.